What is up, everybody? Green Thumb here. So, at the end of this video, I got a bit of some exciting news I think you guys will like. Uh, so, this is going to be one of my bonsais I'm going to do before I get to the news. So we got some old soil here. It's still pretty good. It's just basically been left over, really dusty. But we're going to reuse it for this particular bonsai here. And this is a gold dust croton. And this will be interesting. I've never tried to produce a croton as a potential bonsai tree. I was going to do like a trench warfare scene, but I don't know. I think I might wait on that one because it just seems the pot's really too small for it, to be honest. So I might wait for the trees to get bigger, maybe do it a little bit better. But yeah, this will be interesting to develop. So this here is my thickest trunk. This here is my skinniest, weakest, and littlest tree. This here is my more medium-sized tree. And this one we might do a dramatic cut on. So that one might be reduced and way more than this tree here. And this might be my second biggest. But let's get to it, shall we? Go place you on my little thing here. So, first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to look at the root system. Stardust croton. Got these guys over at Northern Tropics, by the way. I just want to shout out to her for helping me out with all the new potential bonsais, and she's got some good little trees over there. She has a oh so little ficus. I might wind up buying one of those and doing a potential bonsai forest on them. So this is going to be a 3-trunked bonsai forest. Not 3-trunked. Well, yeah, pretty much it's 3-trunked because you got 3 separate trunks. So let's get started here. I might even reuse the soil. We'll start doing some of the landscaping after we do the bonsais here. So I definitely like the trunks. We're gonna go ahead and snip him off because we're not gonna need him, and he's gone. So the good thing I know about these crotons is these crotons, you could come back quite a bit. And when you do that, they'll just kind of go from a different area. They'll grow from either down from the trunk like this piece did here, or they'll grow more up in the canopy. So let's see here. So we see that this trunk is kind of bent. And if we look, the canopy of it is just way too heavy. Subtotal. So I'm going to start probably the trimming process on him. See, this leaning like that's going to be a potential problem in the future. So we're going to reduce this guy quite a bit right here. This is going to be my new leader. This is going to be my new branch. So get rid of this little guy down here. Okay, so yeah, we're going to make this my new branch leader. So we're going to come down here, reduce this guy. I guess you could say severely. And I might expand on this forest, and I might take the branch and put it in water, and maybe we'll have a new cutting. If not, it was worth a try. loud vehicles. So let's see here. We'll come in. Kind of hard to come in. Got a lot of branching from here. So yeah, we'll just come in. I'm gonna put that on my to get list. Bonsai tools. Proper bonsai tools. And time to chop. That's off. A lot of foliage here. Lots of foliage. So there, now hopefully that'll grow more straight. Uh, I take that off right there. Yeah, so now that should grow more straight and that should just hill over. Okay. So we got our first tree down to size. A lot took it off there. So it's not as vigorous and leaning, and the tree is more stable in the pot now. We'll take that, put him in some water, and see if we can't make a cutting. Maybe we can expand this forest. Okay. We're down to this here. So it's going to be my new leader. So we're down to this tree here. Look at it. So the canopy could be reduced quite a bit on this guy. So like the branching on this isn't the greatest, so we'll greatly reduce it. So we'll start with this guy right here. This little branch. It's kind of growing inwards. We'll uh, we'll go back to this leaf right there, which should allow it to branch out. So, well, it's already kind of starting to do that. Maybe we'll cut back a little. Yeah, we'll cut back right here. It's got that reduced. We'll cut this one back to here. That's reduced. This one's kind of growing in with this leader, so we'll completely take him off. Not that I don't like the branch, it's just growing too inwards. Kind of leave that there for a bit of dieback. And the only cutting I'll probably keep is this one here because it's the strongest, it's the most woodiest. Uh, all the others can go. And we'll just kind of reduce this guy right there. And we might go ahead and maybe reduce them to the littler leaves. Maybe. Oh no, we'll see. We'll see once we trim this guy up. So he's going to need quite a bit of reducing here. Uh, as you can see, this is a massive tree on the croton's part. So I have to greatly reduce him quite a bit. Let's see here. Let's start with this guy. Where do I... Okay, so I think that angle of this tree is going to be the front. And what we'll do is we'll kind of reduce them. So, like this branch is grown kind of too parallel here. We'll reduce it. Let's see. Maybe we can get something growing out from right here. So we'll reduce it right here. Gone. We'll kind of clean up the cut. Okay. There, maybe we'll get some branching from over here. This too is growing too parallel. Let's deal with the main trunk though. Let's reduce this guy quite a bit in height. Mm. Take this off because we don't want it branching on the top like that. So we'll get in there. Put the camera down for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna chop him right there. Now I might have to do a bit more reducing. I didn't realize how much I was gonna take off. Oh well, we all make mistakes. So we'll try to get this guy, I guess, to come out more from here. So we'll do a chop right there on that branch. We'll do a chop right here. We'll even reduce this tree a bit more back here. We'll kind of reduce them right there, getting some smaller foliage. And, so definitely want to keep him as the main leader. We'll even... Yeah, we'll go ahead and reduce this guy right here. think that's pretty much got this tree. We'll go ahead and get rid of this leaf right in there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much got this tree chopped up. Alright, so our next step, after get all this foliage out of the way, I'll probably go ahead and keep this too. Maybe see if I can't root it. There, we got two really strong branches to root now. Kinda clean up my mess here. Nope, about knocked my tag off. Alright, we'll start the root raking. So we'll go ahead and repot it. Good healthy roots. Again, we're just training it to be a potential forest in the future. So that's always the goal of these trees. I like doing forest plantings. The reason why I like doing forest plantings is seeing nature. If if a tree got attacked by an infectious disease or something like that in the forest, the roots are pretty much like a phone line or something. They can contact another tree and tell them, hey, I'm getting attacked by this disease. You might want to gain your strength to build up a resistance against this pest or disease or whatever is attacking me. And it usually goes with a specific type of fungi that really helps the trees. All right, we got my first one unrooted right here. Rake him out radial. I said radial. Ooh, looks like we got a taproot. Ooh, these might have been started from seed, not cuttings like I thought. That makes this way more interesting. Look, taproot. Taproot. It's not cutting. That makes this way more interesting. I've never grown anything from a taproot. Always had to grow them from cuttings. Always had things from cuttings. Never, ever did I have anything start from seed. There's another one with a bit of a taproot. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna make things way more interesting now. Okay. That's weird too, because crotons, whenever they produce them, they usually grow them from cuttings again. They don't usually. Yeah, they don't usually start 'em from seeds. See, like these two here are cuttings. Yeah, these two are cuttings. But this one has a taproot. That's strange and weird. Well, alright. Let's look at what we got on this little guy. Go ahead, take off the highest root, because we're not going to need it. So they were growing in that pot. And I need root flare. And it's a problem I'm facing with this little tree. Is the main root is wanting to go down, which is the tap root. If I take that off, that ain't gonna leave me with very many roots. But you don't really need the strong roots like that to hold your tree down, because it's a bonsai. You want the roots that mainly get the nutrients and all that. You want all those mosquito, all those little roots. You don't want the big tap roots. So I see a root right here that could potentially give me something. So again, you just really want your roots radial. You don't want them going down like this. That's no good. So I'm gonna have to do kind of a severe operation here. Be careful not to destroy the new potential roots. So we're kind of pushing those back. Alright. For good radial roots. And that's gone. That's gone. Might trim those up a bit, but not too much. I don't want to do too much to it. It's kind of going down. This root right here is kind of going down. We'll trim that. Kind of make it a good, flat, radial root system. Alright, that's about as flat and as much as I'm going to do on such a little tree like that. Because I don't want to potentially hurt it anymore. Maybe just a bit more pruning. Alright, that's as far as I dare go on this. And hopefully, with this new root here and this right here, we'll get some more roots coming out of the base of the tree here. Alright, my second biggest. These were buried quite deep, so looking at my roots here. So we're going to take this root off because that has to get more radial. So going to do a... There we go. So that way that one's more flat. This one down here, facing too downwards, gonna have to rid it. It's gone. There we go. Hopefully we'll get something more radial there. Again, because you just want a radial root system. You don't want nothing. You don't want those big roots because the big roots are for when it's blowing in the wind heavily. And since you're reducing the canopy of the trees and all that, you don't really need to worry about those big strong roots because you're not growing a normal tree anymore. You're miniaturizing it. So all that doesn't really matter anymore. Kind of getting rid of the roots on the bark. We ain't gonna need those. We're just gonna keep the lower roots. That's still going down quite a bit, so we'll have to completely get rid of that because that's just still going down. Kind of trim that back a bit, trim these, and that's as far as I dare to go on this one. Again, you don't want to really take too much root away. See, I had the option where I could just completely chop this and go up with the roots up here, but the only reason why I didn't do that is because it would have been more of a risk if I, in my opinion, if I did something like that. And my roots probably wouldn't have developed really good like that. So we'll keep these sparse bits of roots we have and we'll keep going. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got a lot of downward facing roots, which that's always the thing. It's always hard to get your I wouldn't say it's hard, it's just a lot of work and a lot of thinking of how you're gonna do it. When it comes down to trying to make a tree that was just growing as a normal house plant into a nice, beautiful sprawling tree. So like I have an option. Since it's been buried deep, I can chop this completely off right here. I can go with what little roots have developed here, or I could chop these top roots off and maybe try to form a better root system. Or again, I could chop this off, trim this back limitedly, and try to form a better root system. Honestly, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim these back as much as I can, see how much of a good root system I actually have to work with and try to develop. And if I don't really have much, what I'm going to do is I'm just probably going to completely chop it. So, let's see here. So, this is going down too much. That's going to have to come off. That's going down right here. It's going down right here. Got to come off. That's got completely come off. Wow, that was just sticking straight down. You know what? This is not actually looking that bad. I might be able to work with that. Like if I completely got rid of these roots right up here, I can probably work with this right here. It's kind of, yeah, I might do that then. Again, just getting rid of all the roots down here that we don't need. Just don't just don't need those. We want this to maybe turn into some bark later on in life. I'll bury it a little deep like it was. We'll keep this upper root here. But we'll just kind of reduce the roots. And there, we'll place it in the soil like that with the roots out. We'll have the front of the tree right here. All right. All right. Let's get working with our soil here. Some perlite. No, what I might do is I might mix some of the old soil in with it too, just so it has a bit more moisture in it and it's not so. I just realized I had a lot of roots. I probably don't want to do that since it has a lot of those old roots in it, which all those old roots would do is just honestly just because I set my bonsais out here, so I get worms sometimes in the soil. And so what happens is they'll come in there and they'll have those decay. And as those decay, they just kind of become more of a naturalized fertilizer, I guess. Which the crotons really like it. I've had my normal crotons take it like that, and they seem to really have enjoyed it. I'll pile some soil up right here. I make sure they're all aerial. I'll be right back. This soil is like so dry it will even hold my tree. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to moisten the soil. All right, I'm back. We're gonna go ahead and moisten this soil because it's just yeah. It's just really dry. Just hasn't been used in